Hey, Jed Barker here with Best Life Mortgage. I make these videos to help educate you on the loan process so you can make better financial decisions when buying a home and getting a home loan. Today, what I want to talk about is VA residual income requirements on a home loan for the VA loans. A lot of loan officers, loan originators, or people don't understand that when it comes to a VA home loan, the DTI or the debt to income ratio is not as strict of a guideline or not as important as the actual residual income calculator. And today, what I want to do is I'm going to show you how the residual income calculator is calculated. Because if you're going, to get a VA loan, you really want to understand if you qualify or not, right? You want to understand how that number works. So I'm going to pop over to a VA residual income calculator. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the size of my image here. I'm going to show you this. And so there's quite a few things to do to qualify a borrower on a VA loan. But one of the most important is to really understand the residual income. And if you can see here where it says your residual income is the amount of money you have left over after you've paid all other financial obligations and living expenses each month. Your net income must exceed the VA residual income charge to get a VA loan. And so I'm going to show you an example here and sort of break it down for you. So the calculators are great. This is a great calculator. So you can see up top here, you can find it here, but there's all kinds of them out there. The underwriters will use the VA calculators when they're doing that. The very first thing it shows on the screen here, if you can see that, is debt to income ratio. This particular example is 52.68. That's the debt to income. This would not qualify in a conventional home loan. It may qualify on an FHA loan. It definitely wouldn't qualify on a USDA home loan. But the really great thing about the VA loan is that it does allow for much higher debt to income ratios as long as the residual income calculator works out. So let's go down and look at this real quick. I put down $11,474 as a monthly income. The next thing it wants is the mortgage amount. This is the PITI. Remember that when you're thinking about home loans, it's not just the mortgage and the interest, it's the actual principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And that's interest, taxes, and insurance. They even include homeowners association dues. Okay. Remember, on a VA home loan, there's no mortgage insurance. So that's definitely a benefit. And so that will reduce the payment a bit. So this total payment here is $3,945 for this loan that we're doing. And then it wants to have your debt obligations. So I put a car payment in here, a revolving charge account, an installment loan. I put some childcare expenses in here. That total came out to $2,100 for the revolving debts and obligations on the credit report. Plus, we also threw in childcare expenses. Okay, that wouldn't show up on your credit report, but it does show up. It does show up and factor in. Let's keep going down. Now, as opposed to the other home loans like VA or FHA, FHA or conventional, USDA, other types, they're not going to throw in some extra number for your square footage of your home to get like a living expense category, but the VA does. They want to know your total living expenses. So we went ahead and put in the square footage of the home here. It times it by 0.14 for 350. So essentially, this is what VA is saying maybe your utility expenses for that house. Okay, let's keep going for down to see what else included. So now they say they include the monthly taxes on your federal and state and Social Security income or other taxes. So I went ahead and said, hey, federal taxes withheld a month are $1,800. State income taxes withheld every month are $600. So this is a total of $2,400 in taxes withheld a month. And this gave us an actual residual income of $2,679 and a DTI of 52%. And so does this qualify is the question. Can this person qualify on a 52% debt to income with an actual residual of $2,679? And this is saying the individual has $2,679 left over after all expenses. Now, as you can see, we didn't include everything. The VA doesn't include everything. It doesn't include, food or going shopping or clothing. It doesn't include going to the mall or whatever, right? Buying clothes, but it does include all those other things. So let's go down and look at the chart now. So this is two charts, one for $79.99 or above for home loan amount, or below. So I'm going to go a home loan above 80,000. And now what it wants to know is your home size, like your family size. So I'm going to go on this one, a family size of 5. That's 5 individuals live in this family. And I'm going to go to the south because that's where I'm currently living. So this chart says I need a residual income of $1,039 a month in order to qualify for this VA home loan. All else being equal, as far as do I have a credit score that will qualify? Do I have anything on my credit report that would disqualify me? Stuff like that. But we're just talking about residual income and debt to income today. So this says I need $1,039 to qualify. If we go back up, I actually have 2,679. So I do qualify, even though I have a 52% DTI. Check this out. Let's go ahead and add. Let's go ahead and add some debt. Let's say we have actually $1,500 in auto loan payments. Now my debt to income is 62%. No way you'd be qualifying for any other home loan except the VA loan with a 62.27% debt to income ratio. But let's go check out the residual. Now the residual says I have $1,500 left over of residual income. As we can see, I only needed 1,039. So more than likely, all else being considered with credit, cash, everything else like that, this person may still qualify for the VA home loan. So now you can see the power in the VA home loan to help you qualify for the home loan you're looking for outside of traditional guidelines on DTI. Other benefits of the VA home loan, which you're probably well aware of, but I'll go over, is zero down payment requirement. 100% financing is eligible. No mortgage insurance on the home, even though it's 100% financing. Super, super great there. And to know if you do qualify for this, you'll want to get a COE or a certificate of eligibility. This will let you know from the military, from your Veteran Affairs, if you do qualify. And as a loan originator or mortgage loan officer, I have access to pull COEs from the website, from the VA website. I can do that easily. So if you're considering a VA home loan and you want to know how much you can qualify for, and you don't want to get bad information, like someone, loan officer, might not have a lot of experience on VA loans. They might look at your DTI ratio of 50% and say, hey, you only qualify for this. But reality, a lot of loan officers don't do a lot of VA loans, so they don't really know how to work them out. I would love to help you. If you've liked this video, if you've been watching and liked it, if you could give me a thumbs up, help the YouTube algorithm. If you could use more tips like this, subscribe to my channel. But I do appreciate you. I look forward to connecting with you. You can always contact me at 800-864-9251. Actually, the number 864-800-9251. That's 864-800-9251. Contact me on my social media channels as well. Thanks. Have a great day. Here's to your success.